Today I'm gonna hit you up with an off-season stamina workout, and trust me, it's gonna hurt you a lot more than it hurts me. As promised, I have a full stamina workout for you. This is an off-season stamina workout, and I'll give you a little warning that I give you all the time that sometimes you don't listen to. But if you haven't sprinted since high school, if you don't have a training base at all, dude, this is not where to start. Start with the butterfly challenge. Get your hips moving the way they should. Start with sort of the basic strength workouts that I've posted here. Just go to the channel, search, basic, beginner workouts. Start with those. This is definitely an advanced workout. But last week we talked about speed. If you missed that video, you can check it out. But this week it's all about stamina. And so goalie stamina isn't like going and running for an hour, because, well, games 3 periods, 20 minutes each, so I have to be on the ice for an hour, so I need to run for an hour. Well, maybe that would be true if you spent your whole time skating laps around the rink for an hour and that was how you played the game. You don't play the game that way. You are a repeat sprinter. So we're gonna do some repeat sprinting, we're gonna do some sustained holds, we're gonna do some change of direction, we are going to suffer. And before you start suffering, make sure you do a good dynamic warm-up. You probably have one already. If you're doing this caliber workout, you probably have one already. If you don't have one already, there is one here that you can check out. It's actually a pre-skate warm-up, but it'll work just fine for this purpose as well. So do that, and then I'll meet you back over here. We are going to start off with one of my favorites, which is the shuttle run. And I love it because we get that repeat sprinting, we get an intense work interval followed by a rest interval, followed by intense work. I'm gonna make this one a little more goalie specific by adding a sustained hold. So, what is a shuttle run? Basically, we measure out 25 yards between cones. So there's a cone there, there's another cone 25 yards down there. Don't get hung up. If you don't have space for 25 yards, go with what you've got. And we basically run back and forth until we've accumulated the distance that we need. So this first one is going to be a 300-yard shuttle run. So that means I'll run to that cone 6 times, or you will. 6 times. And then we're going to do our sustained hold. We're going to do a 200-yard shuttle. We'd run back and forth 4 times. If we're going to do a 100-yard shuttle, we're going to go just there and back once. Do we use those other distances? Yes, absolutely we use them. It depends on the phase of our off season. So, I don't know what phase you're in. Today's workout, we're going to use a 300-yard shuttle. So there and back, you do not have to bend down and touch the cone. When you bend down and touch the cone, I think it increases your risk of hamstring injury, of tweaking your back when you're changing direction. It's just awkward, and there isn't really a benefit. That isn't something that we really need to do in our sport. So do not bend down to touch the cone. Just make sure your foot gets there and you change direction. So we're going to do a 300-yard shuttle run. Then we're going to go right in to a post hold. So imagining that, we're on the post, our knees bent, the puck's in the corner, and we're gonna hold that position. I'll show you exactly what it looks like. Here we go. And then as soon as you finish your shuttle run, you're gonna get in that nice low post hold position. So I'm low in my leg, this leg's extended as if I'm on the post, the puck's behind the net or in the corner. I'm going to hold that for 30 seconds. At the end of the 30 seconds, I just shift right over to the other side and I hold for another 30 seconds. Now make sure when you're doing those shuttle runs that you always change direction facing the same way. So I'm going to face into the park each time I change direction. So if I run down this way, I'm going to change direction, putting my right foot out. When I come back down to this end, I'm going to change direction, putting my left foot out. so that I get experience. My body gets the training benefit of stopping and starting off each leg. Sometimes people always want to like decelerate and accelerate off the same leg. So that's 300-yard shuttle run, 30-second hold on each side of the post hold. Then you get 2 minutes rest. Then you're going to do another 300-yard shuttle run, another set of 30 seconds on each side post hold, but this time you'll just start your post hold on the opposite side. So if I started on my right side this time like I did, this time I would do my first 30 seconds on my left side. So that's our first superset in the stamina workout, and then we'll take about a 3-minute rest and we'll start our second superset. Our second superset is going to be low lateral shuffles, followed by an RVH Iso Hold, followed by a cycle split squat jump. So we're doing some continuous movement to add some fatigue to our cardiovascular system in our legs. Then we're doing an Iso Hold, which will really add a muscular endurance element to this superset. But then we're going to do a cycle split squat jump, which challenges us to be super explosive even when we are super fatigued. So it's what lets you still get to that puck even though, you know, it's a 5-on-3 and your team can't clear the zone and you're gassed. You still learn how to be very explosive. Here's what that one looks like. So a couple of points on that superset. We're going to do the low shuffles for 40 seconds. And I want you low because I want you building some of that muscular endurance. Even though I know you're not always that low on the ice. A lot of times when you're shuffling, you're up a little bit taller like Vasi. But I want to build that muscular endurance. So 40 seconds back and forth. You can see I'm not using a lot of distance, probably 3 meters maybe at the most. Then when you go into the RVH Iso Hold, you'll kind of come into an RVH position, but then lift your knee up off the ground, you know, about that much and hold it. Don't get so low that it's really uncomfortable on your knee. So find the position where, okay, it's kind of tiring on my leg, but not so hard on your knee because it can be, it's a bad position. So make sure it feels okay for your knee and your ankle. Then the last one, cycle split squat jump. So that was 20 seconds on each side for the RVH Iso Hold. And then the cycle split squat jumps, it was a total of 4 jumps. So 2 with each leg forward. And I'm trying to get as high as I can, as fast as I can, but keeping my good knee alignment as I go. Then I get a 3-minute rest. And then I'm going to repeat that superset again. And then we go on to our last, third and final superset. So in our third superset, we're going to start with a quick step lateral hop so that we're getting different patterns. Everything isn't always a big push. This is going to be some shuffles and then a quick lateral hop, thinking of where you're looking, what your hands should be doing. We're going to do 15 seconds each way. Then we're going to go into a knee down, skate bound, which really to me makes my legs feel pretty much the same they do on the ice when they're just gassed and I'm having to get up and down out of my butterfly a ton. That is going to be for 30 seconds. Ouch. Yes, that's going to hurt. So let me show you what it's going to look like. So you'll notice how those quick step lateral hops, those are deliberate movements. It wasn't just quick and light and, like I used to call it, dancing. It was deliberate. It's like at any point in that movement, if a shot had come, I'd be ready for it and I'd be ready to make the save. The knee down lateral bound is nasty, but still think about keeping your hands in front, not using your hands to generate momentum, getting a quick lateral push, not popping up high, but moving quickly laterally back and forth. And like I said, like this is a tough, 30 seconds of that is really tough. If you're like, oh no, it was easy for me, you're doing it wrong. So you're trying to get as much lateral distance as you can. But if you're just starting out, cut it in half. You know, do just 15 seconds, build your way up. Instead of a 300-yard shuttle, start with a 100-yard shuttle and then build it up. You know, you can do that. The important thing is that you're just learning the movements, learning the patterns, and finding what your stamina is right now. So that's a quick, painful stamina workout that's goalie specific. And even after you do that, compared to what you're currently doing for whatever, your stamina training or whatever you call it, your cardio training, your endurance training, you do that, you'll be like, holy smokes. Yeah, that is nothing like the kind of tired that I get. Because as a goalie, you know, you get cardiovascular tired. Okay, that's one. Then you might be able to improve that riding the bike or whatnot. But you also get the muscular endurance tired and the change of direction tired. And that's what this kind of goalie specific stamina workout gives you. And that's what makes the difference on the ice. That's what translates into you making more saves, that where you're thinking, but everyone else too is thinking like, how did they even do that? So not a beginner workout. So if you're a beginner, bookmark this for later. Do one of the beginner workouts. Start with the butterfly challenge, is a great place to start. Even start with the speed workout that I posted last week. It's not really a beginner workout either, but it'll be a little gentler than this one. But build your strength, build your movement patterns. If you like this, if you got any value out of it whatsoever, hit me with a thumbs up. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe. If you're already subscribed, hit the bell so you know about new videos before anyone else. A bunch of you have been asking about the creatine, and a bunch of you said you wanted me to make a video about the creatine, so I think, you know what I'm gonna do? I think I'll make a video about creatine for you, so that'll be coming next week or the week after. As always, I welcome your suggestions in the comments below. It's a gorgeous day here in London, Ontario. You guys have a great day. I will catch you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
I'll let you go, just need some time.